If you want all of your data in one place, if you want a single home for all of your entities, if you want to spend more time working and less time searching, you need the Intuit ERP. I know because I'm Damon John, and I run my growing business on Intuit Enterprise Suite, the AI native ERP that's powerful, painless, and proven. Learn more at intuit.com/ERP.
Welcome back, everybody, to Season 2, Episode 101 of the H3 Podcast.
Woo!
We are joined here by my lovely and beautifully pregnant wife and co-host, Ewa Kleiners. Stand up and shout it from the rooftop. Show it off. Show it off. Damn!
Halfway through, huh?
More than halfway
More
through.
than halfway.
Yeah.
Shit's getting real. And, of course, we are joined by the luscious, bodacious Vsauce. One of my favorite people here on the show, a wonderful dude, beautiful beard as well.
It's getting big.
Do you use beard oils?
I need to start. It's getting a bit dry now after a shower.
Interesting.
And it's just really hard to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you ever catch some crumbs or flavors in your mouth, and does that disgust you or intrigue you when that
I
happens?
love it, but if others are around, it's embarrassing.
You love it.
Today is Jake Roper's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to
happy
Jake.
birthday.
And we had a big
Jake.
cake covered in frosting, and I could not eat it without the tips of my mustache getting covered in frosting. Little flavor savers.
Right.
Stick them right in your mouth.
Now, do you ever have a piece of chicken that's perhaps been in your beard for too long, and you're like, while I did enjoy that, I wonder about this, what's the word? Help me out, Michael. You're a smart guy.
I don't know what you're getting at, except
If it's
are you
rotting,
saying-
is the chicken rotting in your beard and then you eat it?
Oh, no.
Six.
No, it's just kind of getting more flavor.
Oh,
It's
okay.
airing out.
If-
It's getting the sort of beard
Right.
and the skin cell and all that kind of...
Fermenting.
It's fermenting.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot of chicken, though, to be totally honest. I'm
No?
more saving crumbs and liquid residues.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, those are safe, and those will not spoil as far as I'm aware. So,
You know, they help preserve the beard.
so I want also. So first of all, thank you to our sponsors, Ring, Honey, and MeUndies. And I want to say, Michael, thanks for coming on here to promote your show, Season 3 of Minefield.
Season 3.
And that is super exciting. Perhaps the longest running YouTube Red show of all time. And I want to say the most successful. And I don't care about stats or anything to combat that because I think and believe that's true.
No one knows the stats.
Yeah.
Like Netflix, YouTube Premium, they kind of keep it secretive.
Yeah.
But so all I have to go off is like people's reactions.
Well, you heard it here. It's the most popular show by far.
I'm going to quote you on that.
By far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By far.
So, well, first, before we get into that, because there's a lot I want to ask you about the new season, but before we get into that, I want to ask you, Michael, because you're a man of science. Maybe you can explain to me what the hell is this? Look on the screen.
Yeah. The Raiders owner, Mark Davis, Deadpool and John Denver.
So that part.
I get it. I see it.
So this is Mark Davis. He's the owner of the Raiders
Yeah.
football team. He's worth $500 million.
Yeah.
And this is his haircut. He looks like Tweedledee from Alice in Wonderland.
I find it pretty cool.
You like it?
If you're worth that much money, look at the confidence
Right.
you can have.
Right.
Mark Davis is not thinking, oops. He's thinking, this isn't a mistake. This is the new
Yeah.
trend.
Right.
Mark Cuban's going to start doing this.
Right.
Elon Musk.
Well, so that's I like your analysis. Okay, my computer's, but here he is without that. And I have to say, he looks a
What?
lot,
That's the
I have
same
to say,
Is that the same person?
I believe so, Mark
His face
Davis.
looks the same. Mark Davis, he's also a pitcher.
Wait a
Famous
minute.
pitcher.
He
Not a
has
pitch-
pitcher.
But it looks like the same dude. I mean, that's the same dude. Look at his face, right?
Is it?
I think the nose isn't as pointy.
Dan, confirm this. But regardless, this is
Working on
factual. This is his girlfriend
the guy.
or his
Right.
wife. So,
He's really
yeah, I'm
committed
afraid
to that
that's,
look.
that's a different Mark Davis, my dude.
oh, but they look so similar.
They do.
No.
It fooled me too,
How
but that
can
is
there
a
be
different
two
guy.
Mark Davises that look so similar?
There's probably just a lot of Mark Davises.
But you'd think that there would be at least a little variance in the way they look. Well, he's committed. He would never cut this beauty. Apparently, he drives 400 miles from the North Bay to Palm Springs to get this haircut.
No kidding.
He has a barber. He loves it. And he drives there every time he needs a haircut, and he rocks it every time. And look at
That's awesome. Because look, if he had
Yeah.
a normal haircut, we would not be talking about him right now.
That's true.
Absolutely not. And as we all know, he is going after the fame. He's a clout. He's chasing that clout with this haircut. But anyway, so I thought that would be an interesting start. Mark Davis, shout out to you and your wonderful cut.
I wonder if I could do a bowl cut on my beard, like an upside down bowl cut. Put a bowl around the beard, cut everything that's sticking out, and just have a bowl shaped.
You would need it somehow to defy gravity because I
Yeah,
feel like it
you
would
need
have to
it
go up.
to have a lay up.
But that would be fantastic.
I feel like you
I would
could,
do it.
though.
Well, could you, if you ever do a video about gravity on Vsauce, that could potentially be interesting.
It could be. I wish my hair was longer and more flowing. I mean, touch my beard if you want. It's
Yeah, I do.
spongy. It's a thick. Wow. Yeah.
Where are you going with that? Is there a goal?
My goal is to I want to look like Shel Silverstein. Turns out he
Interesting.
never had a beard that was quite this big, really.
For real.
But
I remember him as a bearded gentleman.
I know,
I
but it
only know
wasn't
his
quite this
illustrations.
thick.
I mean,
He
that's
was
as
very bald on
formidable.
top.
That's formidable as it gets.
Look him up because
Wow.
it's a great look, you know. And I loved his work as a kid, and I still do.
Yeah, I do too.
Now here's the other thing I want to do. I'm gonna go full mustache and goatee.
You guys kind of look alike a little bit.
I'm gonna cut everything here back, have some big sideburns, and then just a huge goatee.
By a bike.
I don't know if I approve of that.
Get a-
Exactly. I'm pulling the Mark Davis.
You're going full Mark Davis.
do something where everyone goes, why?
Right.
And then, like, the other half of the population goes, I guess I have to look like that too now.
What would be the most extreme thing you could do with your facial hair now? Because I see you with like a soul patch
Yeah,
and a mustache,
only.
but that's not enough. I think your idea is much more extreme.
Yeah, my
The
idea.
goatee is pretty wild.
Yeah, because
That's not an in right now either.
no,
Yeah.
that is how you set trends. You
Yeah.
do things that are terrible first.
What does your wife think about that?
Oh, she hates it.
Yeah.
But I keep telling her, look, everyone who hates it will just go, oh, it must be a joke. But those who like it will be like, I like it.
Right.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah. Nobody judges you.
And I'll never mention it. I'll just all of a sudden,
Well, you mentioned it. You already mentioned it.
and this is live, isn't it?
The cat's out of the bag.
All right, so there's going to be an inner circle
Right.
of people who understand what I'm doing, but everyone else will be like, does he know what he looks like? And I'll just never mention it. I'll be like, yeah, I got a beard. And they're like, no, but you have a goatee and
Yeah.
like a mustache. And I'll be like, yeah,
You know what's fascinating?
I've always looked like this.
When I was young, goatee was in. People were all walking around with goatees, and that
Yeah.
was just like normal.
Goatees.
Yes,
And like, remember Starbucks was really new and like sushi was this new thing in the Midwest? That was around the same time. Like men with ponytails and goatees.
Right.
That was like, so cool.
Incredible.
Today, that kind of goes with a certain like character.
Someone who rocks a goatee is someone who like
It's
he's a
hard to
drinker, he's a
define.
partier, he's a little bit of a hick. I want to say.
Until now.
Vsauce is
Now,
flipping that all the way
I'm flipping
upside
it.
down.
Everyone goes, oh, I thought you were smart. I thought you were curious, but yet you have no goatee.
What
So
if the goatee becomes the smart man's beard? Maybe I should grow a goatee.
No.
yeah,
He was out.
yeah. Hila, come on. We're talking about Ethan's career
I've
here.
tried so many times to do something interesting with my facial hair when I grow it out. By the way, I cannot grow it to that length because all I end
I
up with
hate
is
it.
pubes. I have pubes on my face.
Is it not kind of
It
dense
gets
enough?
oily and it's puby.
Do you shower?
No. Is that part of the problem?
That's part of the problem. It
No,
took
I
me
get-
years to figure that
Yeah.
out.
Why am I so
But I
oily?
hate
Why,
it,
am why do I smell? Why is this chicken fermenting in my beard?
Right.
Oh, hygiene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed you have a piece of corn in your pocket. Is that part of the hygiene?
This is all part of it. Yeah, it keeps the bad spirits away.
Right.
No, you provided this.
Yes, we did.
It is raw corn.
It is.
And guys, we discovered raw corn.
It's so
I mean,
good.
you discovered. I already knew this. Raw corn.
Yeah.
We were posing for a picture because Michael has a raw corn memes. Actually, I have here some photos that I can show.
It's usually cooked corn in my pictures.
But, well, we have no way to know that. But this was so sweet and creamy. It absolutely blew my mind. I've never had raw corn before. I'm not going to bite into it because I know you guys hate to hear me chew. You guys can munch away, but I specifically have a problem. I'm allowed to.
I'll limit my munching.
But, Michael, what is with the corn gags? Is that what? Tell me about the genesis of the corn gags. And while you're explaining yourself, because you owe us an explanation.
Explain yourself.
Nothing
Yeah.
is more funny than a joke explained.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And so,
That was
is
funny.
that you saying you don't want to explain it? Because I will accept that.
I feel like it'll ruin the magic. You know,
Yeah.
so much of it is, wait, is there a deeper meaning here?
Right. Here's a collage just to set the tone. But there's this and so much more. Corn magic.
I loved this picture in the upper left. That's
That's the shooting of
yeah,
your show,
we
right?
shot in my hometown on the football field. We built a neural network out of people,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the participants, his mom was like just across the street, and she brought a bunch of corn for me, and it was raw corn.
Because she was aware of the meme.
Well,
Or was it
he
coincidental?
was, and
He
he
was.
he like texted, "Mom,
Oh,
bring
bring
corn."
corn.
She was like, "I love you. I'll do whatever you say," and then boom, we corned out together, and
That's awesome.
memories were made.
Well, you have so many corn posts. Let me find my favorite one if I can choose. It's so hard to decide, but my favorite one, if I hop on over your Instagram, has got to be, and I know this makes for entertaining.
Searching
content,
through
but
Instagram pics.
I thought it was near the top, but now I'm losing hope.
That's my least favorite. That one there with
This
the
one?
veiny corn. That was taken
It's
at
a
the
hairy
smokehouse
corn.
in LA. It's a hairy corn.
Oh, why is that your least favorite? I think that one is
it's not
quite good.
blurry. It doesn't have the same action.
You need blurry corn action. Well, I'm looking like an idiot, and I'm not finding it.
I think you're out
You're-
already. Like literally the first
yeah.
corn pick you've already passed. It's that
You
one on the
passed
left
here.
right there.
Okay, we're coming back season 2 very strong.
What,
Yeah, let's move on past the corn.
what sort of features are you remembering?
It was a close up, and maybe it was this one. I think it was this one. This is my favorite corn pick.
Yeah,
Because it's so blurry. There's so much motion going on. Really, almost you can't even make out the face, let alone
yeah.
the corn.
And the eye is really distorted and big,
yeah,
but yet everyone knew.
yeah.
You
What do
still see that and you know what it is.
Mm.
Corn.
Fascinating. Why wasn't there an episode about this in your new season?
Well, the problem is if I say too much, it loses its mystique. Right? It all began with my father. If I can get deep here for a second. He would like just say weird stuff out of nowhere sometimes. Like he'd be in the bathroom and you just hear like, "Corn Dog Willie was a friend of mine." And I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's a real song. I don't think it is.
I don't think I've
I don't know
heard
who
Corn Dog Willie.
Willie is.
Yeah.
But it kind of became a earworm for me. Like still, it gets stuck in my head like corn dogs and so then my wife and I got a cat and I was like, let's call it Corn. That'd be funny. And she like was into it. So we have a cat named Corn. And then I just I started to be consumed by the corn. And now I can't
Interesting.
stop.
Do you really like corn?
Corn stop.
That was good. A stretch, but I'm on the page.
I've tweeted that pun before, so
corn
don't think I'm like
stop.
clever.
Yeah. That's one you've thought of and
Let me also clarify. Corn the vegetable. I think it's okay. I really support it. But is this really the kind of corn I'm talking about?
Oh.
Because corn is also my
I
cat.
feel like I'm in a Vsauce video right
Corn
now.
is also a word for small things like corned beef.
Right.
Oh.
The corn refers to, I believe, the salt, like you've put
The
it
corning
in
process.
The corning process.
And also a band as well.
And that's with the K.
Yeah.
That is completely different.
Okay.
I'm not associated with
You're not.
promoting
I thought you were endorsing corn.
corn with
The
a
band.
C.
Okay, with the K is the band. That
K
you
is
were
the band, totally
endorsing
different
them.
thing.
You were endorsing the band Corn. Sorry.
The band Corn with the C.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But you know what? I'm just gonna go into this. Like, I think it's time to move on. I think that the corn thing, I don't want it to become oversaturated. It's time to move on.
We're hanging up the corn right now.
I'm not hanging it up right now. You can't just hang up something that's taken over your soul. What you can do is evolve. So I think a few days ago I tweeted cat burp.
Huh.
What was that about?
Interesting.
There was no corn there, was there? I do have a cat named Corn. You see how it
There is
evolves.
right.
But I don't know where this is going to take me. I cannot
Interesting.
really explain
How
some
did
of
that
this
tweet
stuff.
perform? Do you look at performance, and does that fuel kind of your intrigue? Like the corn thing, people were kind of responding to it probably, right? And that's what fueled your curiosity?
I wasn't surprised as I was responding to it. If I share my passions, the likes will come.
It's the genuineness.
Yeah.
People respond to the genuineness. So how did Cat Burp respond for you?
Oh, really well.
Interesting.
You know, and it's always this weird mental thing where, like, I've been making a lot of videos this year,
Right.
and they get a certain amount of attention, but then I tweet cat burp, and it gets 10 times more interactions.
Sure.
Of course.
And I'm like, well,
It's always like that.
yeah.
It's real.
I'm like, hey, everyone, support Alzheimer's research and blah, blah, blah. Go to this link.
right.
And like 5 people are like, hate you.
Yeah.
But then I tweet cat burp, and everyone's like, I'm going to die someday. It becomes this deep, meaningful thing, and they love it, and I'm glad for that.
Is cat burping a thing? Do cats burp?
I can't find a definitive answer.
Okay, interesting.
All right? It's not in some of the major veterinarian textbooks.
Huh.
We've seen Shredder burp, right?
Have you?
I don't know
Or
if
is
we've
it
seen
like
him
a
burp.
cough, like a...
I think he actually burped.
I don't think he's burped.
What do they
Well, we're
do?
talking about a dog.
Yeah.
They have different digestive
Yeah.
systems, and their diets are maybe more similar, but like they must have the ability to burp. I think it can happen. But everything I found was if your cat is legitimately burping, that's weird. It needs something's
That
wrong.
needs medical attention.
Right. A human
Interesting.
burping is just a normal part of how we work.
Digest.
I'm not a doctor. Definitely not a cat doctor.
Okay.
You're,
Do cats burp? I got a feeling we got a new Vsauce video coming soon.
You got sophisticated memes.
Yeah, that's
on.
True. It's the only kind.
Mine
Every
are
meme
just-
is sophisticated, but sometimes we're afraid to acknowledge that. And we treat it like it's, it's just deep fried.
I just-
blah, blah. No. It is the beginning and end of humanity.
Right. That's great. I mean, I just post pictures of me being fat.
But do
But you've
you?
gone
Is that
deeper.
really all it is?
Well, I think so.
It is shattering the norms. I mean, no one I have ever followed on social media did that.
That's true.
Confidence in an image.
Oh.
Burping
I like
is
you.
quite rare in cats.
Dan has done some research here. He says, while common in humans, thank you for that, burping, it's like, oh,
Oh my gosh.
I feel so much better. While common in humans, burping is quite rare in cats. In fact, according to Dr. Anna Hosenhaz, yeah, right, not a real doctor, a staff doctor at New York City Animal Medical Center who specializes in small animal internal medicine. And okay, come on. It's uncommon that it even appears in 2 major veterinarian texts she regularly consults. I swear I've heard my cat burp, but the lack of information out there indicates that if cats do burp, it's very important to their overall health.
Yeah.
It's not very important to their overall health.
That's the same resource I was reading the other day. And,
That's
and
not
because
much.
it was so mysterious, I had to tweet it.
Cats,
So you see, the cat burp didn't come from me going, what's going to be weird? It
there's
came from
something
me
deeper.
being like, do they burp or not? I can't believe I can't find out. Time to just tweet it out there. Get the conversation started.
Let's get social, in other words.
Let's break the internet.
Let's get social,
Let
guys.
the conversation begin.
There you go.
There it is.
I am vegan
How-
for 3 days.
For 3 days, you've been vegan.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For 3 days. Today's the 3rd day. I'm tired. I'm confused. I'm disoriented. I'm scared.
Are you doing it right? I mean,
No.
you're not just eating like French fries and.
Oh, no,
you-
I haven't
you're
had
doing it
anything
right.
unhealthy yet.
Yeah. Avocado sandwiches.
Yeah, no, I'm vegan. I'm all out. And I'm doing it for health reasons. And it's been 3 days and I'm still fat. So I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong.
3 days. Look, you can be really fat and vegan. I mean,
I think
you can
yeah,
consume a lot of calories.
I think it
and
takes
plants.
extra work to be super fat and vegan. Because you basically just have to eat like tons of bread.
Basically, for
And
you.
French fries.
Whoa,
for
whoa,
you,
whoa,
there's,
whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa,
no
whoa.
pizza,
No.
no burger.
I mean, the dairy, I'm already noticing in these 3 days, the cream, the cheese, the dairy, that shit, I eat so much of that shit.
Right.
It's insane. And that shit is just like poison.
So, do you feel better for not having that for 3 days?
I feel tired,
Interesting. Now, look, this whole
but I always feel tired.
bread and potatoes thing, that can trip you up. But you're in the right city to eat well vegan. I mean, you guys know the Cafe Gratitudes, the
Right.
now I can only name one, Crossroads.
All the other ones.
All
yeah,
the
I don't-
other
yeah,
ones.
I don't know any of those places, but I'll take a look.
Gracias Madre.
Yeah.
Jeez.
actually know
I
those
work
places.
with a whole bunch of vegans. So the Vsauce office is primarily vegan.
Oh, for real?
This
stuff.
office too, kind of.
They're not vegan. By the
vegetarian.
way, meat is murder. I become fully conscious, by the way. I went for the diet, and it's been 3 days, and I saw, like, Ela eating, like, a sandwich, and I was like, excuse me, Ela.
What was on the sandwich?
I said, excuse me. It had, I don't know, some kind of animal product. I said, excuse me, Ela, meat is murder.
Wow.
Don't you have a conscience? Do you know that the conditions that animals suffer in to produce animal products? There's a Holocaust going on every day in this country. Billions of chickens and cows being murdered every day. Meat is murder. I'm a vegan for 3 days.
How do you how do you sleep at night?
Yeah.
That animal
Not
may
good.
have had plans for the future, ambitions and dreams.
Excuse me, but I
Not
was
good.
vegetarian.
I shake her awake every 20 minutes.
I was vegetarian, and Ethan was the one who, because of him, I stopped.
What I'm
So-
hearing is excuses.
Now, to be fair, she's eating for two.
Right.
Okay. The health of the baby
What's
is
fair
very
about that?
important.
No, I'm kidding. I want her to eat meat. We got a little baby inside of her.
You don't have to eat meat when you're pregnant, but you shouldn't like eat the wrong things or skip things.
Yeah.
Right.
You should worry about the baby.
I heard about people, vegans, who force their like animals to be vegan, and obviously, like dogs are carnivores. They eat meat, and so they were like killing their dogs and malnourishing their dogs from giving them a vegan diet.
We should fact check this because I've heard
Dan, fact check that.
dogs can eat vegan diets,
I
but
think
cats
dogs
can't.
can kind of get away with it. Cats definitely can't.
Cats
that'll
cannot.
fuck you. And
Really?
I've heard of people doing that to their cats, and that's unacceptable.
I've heard of people
You're, like,
doing that to
starving.
their newborn babies, and they just fucking like kill their baby.
That seems kind
Talk to a doctor,
Yeah.
please. Yeah.
I'm vegan, so. By the way, there's been ongoing debate. I always hear people asking, "Is semen vegan?"
I think it would certainly be vegan. I
It
mean,
is, and here's why.
right.
I've researched this, Michael.
done a lot of research.
I know you know a lot.
You don't
Like,
need
let
to,
me in here.
You don't really need to research this.
Well, I'll
you can just think about it.
I've done a lot of extensive research on and off the field, in and out of the lab.
Yeah.
Now, semen is vegan because a human can consent to give you their
It's about
animal
consent.
product. Animals cannot consent. And so if you were wondering, Ela, yes, semen is
I was
vegan.
not wondering.
Is it now? I've heard it's not always that consent is required because, for instance, an animal's placenta might be okay for a vegan because it's abandoned by the animal.
It's abandoned. So you can eat their shit.
You could definitely, that would be vegan. There might be, however, the question is, there might be, if they're a carnivorous animal who has outputted the feces, there might be some meat byproducts
But you
in the feces.
didn't make any choice because the animal was existing in its natural habitat.
Well,
Animals
right.
don't need permission, but
And-
the shit is waste. So I would say if you're vegan, you can happily feast on an animal's poop. And good conscience.
Give me the clear on that, man.
Yeah, I
Dan,
don't.
you're not
I
a
don't
vegan.
think you're,
You're not
getting
on my
in the
level.
way of the animal's well-being or any of its rights by eating its poop.
So according to this council, we all agree that you can feast on poop as a vegan.
Feast.
But can you? Hold on. If I cooked poop
Mm-hmm.
to the right temperature, would it be safe to eat?
That is something for you to explore in your next Vsauce video.
Guess what? I already have explored it. As it turns out, yeah.
Oh, really?
You can cook. I mean, if you cook it to a temperature that kills all
kills all
living
the bacteria.
organisms, then, you could eat it,
Hmm.
but you don't even need to cook poop to eat it and be fine if it's your own poop.
Really?
For real?
Apparently, eating your own poop is not that bad. Other people's
What?
poop, don't do it.
Huh.
You're just putting the same, microbes that are already in
That
yourself.
sounds
Now,
like somewhat
I should
sketchy.
probably walk this back a bit and explain that I'm not a doctor.
Okay, right.
And I'm sure everyone's going to go, actually.
Michael, I just ate my own poop, and I'm tweeting this from the hospital.
And so don't eat your own poop. But if you have to eat poop,
Make sure.
go with your own.
And microwave it first if you can.
I'd say like pan fry with a little, some shallots, and
Have you tried that?
A little cream sauce.
I've never tried it.
Hold on. Now I do think that would be intriguing to cook your own poop and eat it.
It just hit me what we've been talking about.
Oh, man.
But it is such a good question. It really gets to the heart of like, why can we eat some things and not others? What is poop? What is hygiene? Are we going too far with our hygiene?
Well, I was watching a really fascinating documentary about you've probably heard about this poop transfusions.
Yeah.
There's really diseases of like ass bacteria or like intestinal bacteria, and people with healthy, good gut bacteria and intestinal bacteria, they suck all the shit out of the asshole of the unhealthy person.
It's you could also
Really?
call it a fecal donation.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to be, they shit in another dude's assholes, really.
No.
If you want to get down
They
to
don't.
brass tacks. No, but they take all the ass out, and then they like pump all the ass in of a healthy person, and it heals these really
What?
rare. It completely heals them. It's like a miracle treatment. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Right, Michael?
It's fascinating, and it really has improved a lot of people's lives.
Fascinating.
A poop transplant.
Yeah.
The poop.
They poop. They shit in another dude's asshole.
No, that's not how they do it.
They go ass to ass.
There are also synthetic poops that can be put into your body if you need that infusion of good bacteria. It doesn't have to be another person's. There was even an artist who, like a decade ago, created a machine that you would put like a hamburger in, and it had all the right mechanisms and all the right chemicals, and it would turn food into robot-made artificial poop
Interesting.
God.
Could you eat it?
if you cooked it first.
Only
And it could eat its own poop, and that'd be really
This is like a
fun.
bit. This is like a who's on first bet. Can you poop? Can you eat the poop? Only if you cook it. But if it's your own, you can eat it.
That's the point of every story we're going to tell today.
Welcome back to season 2. Nothing's changed. It's the same season as it ever was.
Do you guys edit these down?
No, this is live.
I know it's live, but do you then put out you put out the whole thing?
There's no way not to because on YouTube
It'll be
live.
out anyway. Yeah.
When we were on Twitch live,
Oh.
we had opportunity to edit.
So now, when you stop putting this out, when you stop, what's the word?
Yeah.
Broadcasting.
Streaming? Yeah.
Then it's just saved, and that's the
That's
episode
it.
that's up on your channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a tweet. It cannot be edited. It is history, and it will forever be encapsulated for all eternity, like a healthy poop in the intestines of a healthy person. But it can be transferred into another intestines for a healthy poop.
That's
what
awesome.
happens when you watch it. Does that make
Deep,
sense?
man. That's deep.
All right. Wow. We blasted through that first 30 seconds quick.
30 minutes?
Minute?
That 30 seconds went by in a
Long
flash.
second.
Man, I'm so delirious.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're going to throw it over to a quick break. Do not go away because we have a lot more to uncover, a lot more to discover, a lot more to learn, and to grow together on this journey of feasting on poop. So we will see you soon, and do not go anywhere. Ta-ta. Not a ta-ta. Ring's mission is to make your neighborhood safer. You might already know about their smart video doorbells and cameras that protect millions of people everywhere, but Ring helps you stay connected to your home anywhere in the world. So if there's a package delivered or a surprise visitor, you'll get an alert and be able to see, hear, and speak to them all from your phone. That's thanks to the HD video and two-way audio feature of Ring devices. Now, let me tell you something. Me and Hila, we don't live in the best neighborhood. It's not the worst neighborhood. It's not that bad, but I mean, like, it's a little shady sometimes at night. And I would not feel safe at home if we did not have these rings. I'm
We
telling
have
you,
6 of them.
they are life-changing. Now, you can get started right with the doorbell, okay? So if anyone approaches the door, you get a notification, a motion notification on your phone. You can talk to them. It saves it and uploads it to the cloud. Nobody's getting away with anything when you've got rings. But we've got them on the sides of our house, on our driveways. You cannot approach our house without us knowing.
And the video quality is the best one.
And you can talk to them.
Yeah.
You say, hey, I can see you, buddy. And then, then they can talk back to you. I mean, this is space age technology. Next year is 2020. The future is now. It came a year early. That's what Ring is. You got to try it if you're at all curious. Now, as a listener, you also get a special offer on a Ring Starter Kit available right now. With a video doorbell and motion-activated floodlight cam, we have 4 of those. I freaking love those. The Starter Kit has everything you need to start building a ring of security around your home. So, go to ring.com/H3. That's ring.com/H3 to arrive in the future. 2020, 1 year early. Ring.com/H3. Here, guys, how about some free money? That's basically what Honey is. It's a free check in your pocket. Millions of top-rated sellers offer the exact same product on Amazon. Finding the best deals feels like looking for an invisible needle in the world's biggest haystack. But thanks to Honey, the free browser extension, I always get the best price on Amazon without lifting a finger. Honey automatically goes to work whenever I shop on Amazon. It compares the prices of every seller that carries the item I want. Honey even factors in shipping, sales tax, and Amazon Prime status to make sure I'm getting the lowest price possible. It shows me the best deal every time, even if Amazon doesn't. It's like having my very own personal shopping assistant. Honestly, Honey is so easy to use, it feels like cheating. It feels like you're robbing a bank at gunpoint. No, it doesn't feel like that. But it's legal, so it can feel like that. But it's not. It's just a smart, automated deal finder that gets millions of shoppers the best price on Amazon and all across the internet. Now, let me show you guys an example. I was doing a little shopping at Coach. I got myself some shoes and a new wallet for Christmas. And it was $400. Don't judge me. And just out of nowhere, Honey swoops in with $25 off. Holiday 25. I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Boom. Look at this. 25 off. That's what it does for you on Amazon and almost all major retailers across the internet. It's free to install. It just takes a matter of seconds. More than 10 million people are using Honey to save money, and they've got over 100,000 five-star reviews on Google Chrome Store. Time Magazine, forget what Time Magazine says. Listen to me. It's free money. We both said the same thing. I said it first. So next time you're shopping on Amazon or anywhere around the web, don't wonder whether you found the best deal. Just add Honey to get the best price automatically. So add Honey for free at joinhoney.com/H3. That's joinhoney.com/H3. Takes a couple clicks. Bam, bam, bam. You're set for life, boy. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and rather than spending all that money going out to fancy restaurants, why not just hang around in your underwear all night, courtesy of MeUndies? MeUndies uses the coveted micromodal fabric, which is 3 times softer than cotton. This fabric genuinely feels like actual heaven against your skin. And boy, is that soft, right, Hila?
Very soft.
Speaking of prints, this V-Day season, MeUndies will be releasing a new print every Tuesday. That means that you and your loved ones could chill in matching prints for V-Day and play the game of how long can you keep these on? And if you're by yourself, how long can you keep it in? Speaking of micromodal, look at these beautiful Valentine's Day socks. They're so soft, breathable, and luxurious. If you're a couple, you can put them on and hang out in just your socks together. And if you're by yourself, you can jerk off into it. What if you're by yourself? They're really laying... Why would you buy yourself Valentine's Day underwear? That's kind of the saddest shit I ever heard.
That's a lot of people, Ethan.
Buying themselves Valentine's Day underwear?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
want
a
to
lot of
jerk
people.
off and feel special tonight, baby. Lighting candles for yourself. Yes. But why stop at undies? This year's MeUndies is launching their V-Day prints in lounge pants and onesies as well. Both are made from the same micromodal fabric that is coveted around the world. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. For any first-time purchase, when you order MeUndies, you get 15% off and free shipping. That's a no-brainer. Get 15% off a pair of the most comfortable underwear you will ever put on. So to get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guaranteed, go to MeUndies.com/H3. That's MeUndies.com/H3. Welcome back, everybody. I hope your buttholes are well kept and clamped and clean and dried. Back here with the wonderfully...
It's not a very family-friendly show.
I try to be.
I don't know why.
But what? I just said poop? Oh.
You said
rated
the
M.
A word.
Ass?
Stop it.
Oh, the A word?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, what's so... But I heard, Michael, that, first of all, happy birthday. Your birthday was on Wednesday, am I right?
That's right. January 23rd.
You're the same age as me, 33 years old.
Is that the best applause sound effect you guys can get?
I think it's fine.
It sounds like rain.
It's not a sound effect.
It does
We're
sound
really
like
clapping
rain.
back here.
They're really clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're 33 years old, same age as me. Have you noticed the effects of aging? Because I'm starting to notice, like, some things. But tell me, what's your experience about being a old 33-year-old?
I mean, like physically,
Yeah.
especially with this big beard, there's like a lot of gray in it, right? And I always had
Not a
a few
lot.
gray hairs. There's not a lot. But I think mentally it's really interesting because I don't know, you're kind of reaching this point where the things I was nostalgic for, like Rugrats and Doug and Salute Your Shorts, and that always set me apart from lame adults. But now it defines me as a lame adult because the young people now are like, oh my gosh, what's a show that's like way not old now?
Like Carly, iCarly. There's all these Disney shows people know that
like
I don't
Drake
know.
and Josh.
Yeah.
And it's and they're like that. Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah. What about David the Gnome? Remember that?
I
And they're
do.
all like, no. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like when my parents would say,
Yeah.
howdy doody, and I'd be like, oh wow, you just die already,
Right.
So you realize that, oh my gosh, like I'm
Yeah.
just becoming
Right.
an adult. Like
This is
now me and my peers are like running the world. There is no one above us who's like, they know what's going on. They're in charge. Now it's like, we are. And it's huge.
And we're lame,
We're lame?
or not?
I don't think
Do you
you said
feel
that.
like
I didn't make a judgment about
Yeah,
how
I don't
they're
think a
running the
judgment
world.
was passed.
I think it's too early to say much about millennials.
no?
Jesus.
older
I mean
Gen
like
Zs.
as you're feeling about yourself, like we're those lame adults. We're
Some adults are cool. All right. I don't want to get my adult sponsorship canceled. I support adults. But like watching history documentaries, and you realize that all these people that are like have been such a big part of where we are today, and they're all like our age when they were doing these things, and you're like, I'm in that phase.
I had that similar epiphany where I was like, almost everyone around me now is younger than me.
Right.
I'm the old guy now.
Right.
And I'm not interacting. Like, I'm so used to being the young guy.
Right.
Where everyone is older than me around me. And so it's coming to the point where we're going to be the old dude.
Right.
and lame. That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say.
Okay. Well, we're trying to be a little more optimistic here. Eli. Why don't you microwave some poop and eat it?
Why are you obsessed with the microwave? I'm telling you.
I don't know.
Pan, sear, roast if you must.
Look, if you're going to cook poop and eat it, you might as well microwave it.
I
That
mean,
seems soothing.
Why it already comes out quite warm, 98.6, like
Well, apparently it's not enough warm.
iced poop. Could you get it cold enough that all the organisms inside die?
Flash freeze, like sushi.
Yeah, like
Probably.
astronaut ice cream, but poop.
We can't. Okay, we're trying to get off this.
We'll get off this.
Yeah.
So the point
If
is,
you blast poop into space and somehow propel it back in to atmosphere, can you eat it then?
I just don't know if I want it to be exposed to cosmic rays and the radiation that's
For
out.
real? You think that'd be a danger?
It could mutate the bacteria into like super poop bacteria, and now
Sounds
it's back
bomb.
in my body.
Sounds like a delicacy.
I thought we were moving on from this.
We are.
Okay.
Look.
where were we?
Another thing is I compare things a lot. Like when I was a child, music from the 50s was like oldies.
Right.
And it's still called oldies. But in the 80s, music from the 50s was 30 years old. Now, music from the 80s, the 80s is 30 years old.
Right.
So to children born now, music from the 80s is like what Elvis was to me as a kid.
Right.
And it felt like Elvis was from this different world.
Yeah.
It was so far in the past.
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's a little strange. Now, what about like frequent urinating? That was kind of more what I was asking you about.
I'm urinating the same amount, which is actually a lot. I really love urinating.
You like it? I
You
find
love
it to be
it?
so annoying. I'm like urinating so much more than I used to.
I don't
already.
mind having to go and then going and then feeling relief.
What about in the middle of the night?
middle of the That's fun.
What?
Here's why I
What
like
is
it.
fun about
You
that?
should be pregnant.
Because you
Because
get
you'd really
I
enjoy
don't
it.
think I should be, but I might be. I don't think so. I like waking up in the middle of the night. You're all alone, and there's a couple of app games I played. You got chess to open up.
Really, you
know.
open up your phone when you?
Yeah, and I'm like, while I'm peeing, I'm
You
like,
take a
Oh
detour.
my god!
I take a
It's
detour.
like a special little
and then I go to
moment.
bed and I feel like I've accomplished a few things, so I deserve to sleep again.
I try to keep even my eyes closed while I
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
Wow.
because a lot of
because
people...
I don't want to wake up, and once I wake up, it's so hard for me
That's
to
right.
go back.
I can
to
go right
sleep.
back to bed if it's the middle of the night.
And you can fuck around on your mobile game and then just be like, okay, I'm done.
I'm not like focusing. I'm just like, oh, I need to open that chest and start unlocking that one.
What game are you playing? You're embarrassed to say. What is it?
Well, I mean, I think they should sponsor me before I start talking
I
about.
don't get paid without putting. Well, I mean, what kind of game? I'm curious.
It's a golf game called Golf Clash by Playdemic.
Is that the guys who make Clash of Clan, or people just using
No idea.
Clash?
I literally don't know. It could be that they're the same company. It could be that Clash is just like
Just
it
a
gets
hot
you
word.
a lot of downloads.
Yeah, I think it does.
I don't know.
Clash of Golf, Michael? Do you play golf?
I've never played golf. I went to a driving range one time.
How'd you do?
I don't even remember. I was like
Probably not
7.
good, yeah. Oh, 7.
Yeah. But golf on an app.
Yeah.
You've got the ball guide. You can be a lot more, mathematical about it.
Sure.
It's not so much like getting into physical shape. It's about
Mm-hmm.
mental shape. Physical shape is so important, though. Your brain is part of your physical body. You need to stay in shape. But
Right.
when you play real golf, you don't unlock a platinum chest because you won a tour game.
No, absolutely not. And what would you find in those chests that would be so valuable to you?
Oh, geez. Like, I'd really like to finally unlock Cataclysm, right?
What is that?
Only the best wood in the game when it's at a high enough level.
Oh, so you unlock clubs.
Are
like
you guys
power
also
clubs.
not obsessed with this game?
I don't even know
No.
this game.
I've been playing Balloons TD6, which is one
Go
of these.
Oh, that's the shit right there.
It's a. I have a little bit of a bone to pick with this game. To be frank with you, it's a tower defense game. Dan, you've played the number 6. You, have to
you know
buy-
what? I don't know if I've played 6. I am familiar with the balloons,
series.
the
I love
series. It's an
tower
epic
defense
series.
game.
Yeah, me too. I love it. I've been in love with them since Brood War, StarCraft back in the day. We're the same age, isn't that great?
When's your birthday?
June 20 something.
So you're like 6 months older.
June 24th.
Have some water.
Regardless, we've been talking a mile a minute. I mean, there's so much to cover. Regardless, there's this game you defend balloons as monkeys with darts, okay? It's great. It's a great game. But here's in line where I get really frustrated. You have to buy the game. I think I paid $5 for the game,
Oh, you have to buy it just to play.
just for the game.
Uh-huh.
And so you expect, well, I'm buying the game, so I'm going to get a whole game, a wholesome game. But what you end up getting is you have to still buy a bunch of, like, bullshit to
Do you
enjoy
have
the game.
to?
Well, you're at such a disadvantage that it's unsatisfying to
Interesting.
play. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like, this game should be free at least if
Yeah.
you're gonna,
That's
fuck
why
me
I
around.
think Golf Clash really hit that
Dan, can you
sweet
go back
spot.
and bleep the F bomb? Oh, it doesn't
no.
work like that.
Doesn't work like that.
Sorry.
It's alive.
Sorry.
Golf Clash is a game where you can definitely pay to get special balls and extra cards.
All
to
those
upgrade your
woods.
clubs. Exactly. But you don't have to. I haven't spent a single dime. I don't mind if people do.
Sure.
But I kind of like the challenge of, can I, just through what you get without paying, be competitive? And it means I've had to be better. I've had to study more. I've got to have all the spreadsheets and the notes. I got to really plan out.
Do you really have spreadsheets and notes? Or are you
Yeah.
being
I could show you my
theatrical?
notes. They're in my bag. I got to have them with me in case I get like a free minute and I'm like, ooh, time to complete the tour. Opening rounds are going to end soon.
You're being theatrical.
Am I?
Yes. Because they're not selling. Well, anyway, Michael, I appreciate the anecdote.
What are you talking about? Who's not selling?
I don't believe a golf game is going to be that complicated. They're trying to sell to I mean, there's kids playing golf games. You don't have to crunch numbers. You're not doing Pythagorean theorem and crunching MC equals MC squared.
talking
you just push
about-
a button and then probably time it with a ring.
There is some timing. There's also top spin, side spin, curl, wind adjustments.
Yeah,
Joe, should I do the rough bump here? Do I have enough backspin to just go right to the green?
yeah.
That's something that you have to learn through experience.
Meanwhile, this is what the game looks like.
It looks a lot like this. Because you always play against a real opponent.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're spending half the time watching them play. And then you're like, oh, it's my turn. And there we go.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, cool. Now you try.
I will say one of my favorite games of all time was a golf game. It was Tiger Woods Golf, and it's so cool because you can upgrade your guy. You get the
Yeah.
clubs, like you said. You're all over the place. You're hitting drives that real people would only dream of driving that far. And you're feeling the rush.
Mario Golf on Game Boy Color was my favorite game. And so, a few months ago, I was like, there's got to be another golf game out there that's good. Downloaded a bunch.
Didn't you say
And-
Mario Kart?
Mario Golf.
Oh, Mario Golf.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Game Boy Color. I played that version and I loved it. And I also, I get really into the whole ooh, if I play a little bit more, I'll have a few more rewards, you know, and they get you on that kind of like, I'm making progress. But you can see the results of it, like, ooh, I know how to play this shootout. I know that you have to curl a bit more than you might think. And really the way to go is through the left. Don't go straight at the hole. That looks easier. But watch this. And then your opponent's like, whoa, and you're like,
Can you talk shit to the other person?
you can only use the preset emojis they provide. But people find a way to still be mean with them.
The people always find a way to really aggravate each other with those.
Yeah. So
Like when you fuck up and they say like good game, good game, good game, good game or something like that.
well,
Nice shot, or sarcastically.
nice shot, well played, you're good.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just fell in the bunker. You're being mean.
Yeah.
Or they'll spam emojis when you're trying to line up a shot when it really matters. You're running out of time.
I love it.
So then I'm the opposite. I'm terrified that people will take what I'm saying the wrong way. So I only say good game if I've lost.
Interesting.
If I win, sometimes I feel like they might interpret it as I'm gloating.
Right.
So I'll say something like, good luck. But even that kind of sounds
Good
like I'm
luck.
telling them they need luck
a little
because
weird.
they're bad.
Yeah, good luck, idiot.
So what do?
You're a sweet guy,
Tough.
man.
It's a
You got to
tough
go
fight.
heart of gold.
I don't want anyone to like discover my account or accounts
epic
on Golf
toxic
Clash
shit
and then be
talker.
like, Michael's a jerk. Because people love those stories of like, who's actually really
Wouldn't
rude.
that be great if there was an expose on Michael from his golf shit talking?
Yeah.
Now, Michael, season 3 has just come out.
Yeah.
All
the episodes.
All 8 episodes are up, available to view. YouTube Red, they don't call it YouTube Red anymore. They call it YouTube Premium. What the
YouTube
hell
Premium.
is that? What happened?
They just love rebranding things because it's confusing.
Right. They want to be confusing as possible.
It's apparently
That
a good
is their-
strategy.
Right.
But yeah, YouTube Premium is what it's called now. I just focus on its minefield, right? And who knows what'll happen in the far future, but it's been an awesome ride. And season 3 is my favorite season because as I've become more confident, like working with a larger team with like, you know, deadlines and a bigger budget and a lot more on the line, I've gotten better. And I've also gotten more confident in kind of being a big part of the process. And the team this year really understood what made Minefield great. So we've got an expert from a university or a research team in everything. They're always there. So you don't just feel like it's, you know, this unqualified guy, Michael, being like is this a reality show? You feel like, oh, I can see how pilot studies are made, how you develop an experiment and how you kind of try out variables to make sure that you're ready when you actually start. So
Well, there was 2 episodes that stood out to me. The first one was the chimpanzee one. That was like freaking phenomenal. That was
amazing.
such, dude. You guys, this one's free, so like this episode was so amazing. You went out to China
Japan.
or Japan.
Yeah.
All this- Whoa,
Ethan.
whoa.
Whoa.
You went out to Japan and you hooked up with this researcher
Yeah.
who studies chimpanzees. And there's this huge natural habitat
Yeah.
where the chimpanzees come in on their own.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
so cool.
is crazy. So
Right.
it's like this huge
Open kind of.
encampment.
Yeah. So I went knowing that other people had talked about his research. Obviously, it's been published for, you know, more than a decade. But I didn't know as much about how he runs the experiment. It's not like, all right, you know, get the tasers out and wrangle the chimps into the rooms. They've got these treetop laboratories. So to the chimp, it feels like they're just foraging. And instead of reaching out and grabbing a berry and eating it, they reach out and they touch numerals in order, and then they get the same type of food they would normally forage, same amount. And then that's all calculated so that the meals that they're given by the keepers all add up to the right amount of food in a day.
So they get their whole day's food from these experiments.
No, they don't.
Oh.
They don't even have to go and do the experiment if they don't want to.
Right.
If they don't, then they'll just be fed a little bit more later.
Right.
But there's even facial recognition cameras that can tell which chimpanzee has walked in.
Wow.
So they know what difficulty to give. They know
wow.
who's eating the food so they don't get overfed.
Right.
And it's just wonderful. Now, that also made it hard to film because you can't just be like, all right, bring in the chimps. They're like, we have to wait, and we don't know who's going to come. It could be one of the geniuses that's going to be amazing, or it could be one of the dumbos.
It was really well shot. that episode.
Thank you. I
Oh,
did
yeah,
none of
it
the
was-
shooting.
It was fantastic.
But how
But
did
just-
you guys coordinate it? Because it was in Japan. Do you fly with a crew?
Yeah,
or-
we flew with a smaller crew, and then we had people there in Japan, fixers and locals who could help us, navigate faster.
How did you even set up with this guy? I was curious.
You know what really helped is seasons 1 and 2.
Oh.
We can say, look, we're really interested. We reach out to like Kyoto University's, press group, and we say, hey, this is the show. And they watch and they go, oh, yeah, this is like not sensationalizing. They're really honestly kind of like promoting what's happening, and please come out.
Well, the experiment was about memory.
Yeah.
And so these chimpanzees was mind-blowing. They have almost what seems to be, at least some of them, have like a picture-perfect memory where all these numbers will flash quickly on the screen and all these different grids, and the monkeys can do it all, or the chimpanzees can do it all, and remember it immediately.
Yeah.
Whereas you competed at one point against one of these chimpanzees, and I mean, obviously you didn't have to know, but like we are just on such a lower level in terms of memory.
Yeah, our memory is so much less photographic. Now, I was at a huge disadvantage in that I'd never done it before.
Right.
Sure.
If I did it every single day for years,
you would
I
get
would
better.
get really good. But they found that a human just cannot reach the same average ability that a chimpanzee can. We just need a little bit longer. I think we're thinking about it a little bit too much. The chimpanzee is just going, I need to react to what's given to me, whereas we're going, shapes and thoughts. And primarily, though, they found that it could be language. That theory, that the fact that we can talk, that we have language, is what makes our memories so bad, is controversial in some circles. But I don't need to have a perfectly photographic memory if I can tell stories to remember things.
Right.
If you ask me, what did you have for lunch? I don't have to go pick the picture out. I can go, well, let's see. It's Jake's birthday. He likes we had Taco Bell, and we had a pineapple cake because he loves pineapples, but it was banana flavored. And I'm telling a story. Even if I didn't have language, even if I didn't speak, my brain might still remember in that sort of way, not with English words, but with grammar. Whereas the chimpanzee is just in that moment now. So this is the theory of the cognitive trade-off, that in
Yeah, it makes
order
sense.
to develop language, we traded off memory.
I mean, there's only so much space in your brain for stuff. But what I thought about is, I don't know if you've seen this. There's this very, very rare condition called superior autobiographical memory. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
This is so. I watched this 60 Minutes report. There's only 10 people so far in the world discovered with this ability, and they have this ability to recall any moment, any day, every single thing that's happened in their life with perfect recall.
Now, I've heard of it, but I don't know enough about it, so I'm a little skeptical.
I have a
How
clip
do we
here.
verify?
Here, well, let me show you a clip.
Okay.
They test. They do all kinds of
10
tests.
people in the world
So this was a
who've
60
been-
Minutes report.
They remember exactly like on a certain date, what day of the week it was,
Right.
how old they were, what
They were doing, like if a current event happened.
As
Well, here,
detailed as you want.
let me show you.
tested and proved to have superior autobiographical memory,
October 1st, 8th.
total recall of every day of their lives.
Extremely impressive.
Delta Airline Flight 191 crashes near Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I know exactly when that happened because it was August the 2nd of 1985. It was a Friday.
Such a gift has never been documented before, and scientists like Professor James McGaw are excited about where it may lead.
One of them said it's like a Google search, that you put it in and it just sort of, and there it is. And it's the year, and it's the month, and it's the day, and it sort of narrows in, and it goes bang, and they've got it. And this all happens very quickly. It just...
Actually, I have another timestamp where they're conducting some kind of experiment.
This is kind of blowing my mind. One of my best
One
friends
that Mary Lou is
has this.
For real?
Really?
I mean, I didn't know what it was called, but yeah, he has like this ridiculous ability to recall like down to the hour of the day events
So
throughout his
Wow.
they
life.
want to get in touch with these
Yeah.
researchers because they've only found 10 people in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
That's genuinely blowing my mind because my buddy, I've known him for years, and we always just chalked him up to being kind of a weirdo for having this ability. But yeah, that's actually kind of crazy.
Here, I'm hoping this is the right timestamp.
For others, though, like Jill Price, who was the first person to be diagnosed with this remarkable condition, it's a burden. Is it driving you crazy on the inside?
Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah. I mean, I really just want to be screaming at the top of my lungs most of the time, and I can't do that. So I have to keep everything in check.
When did you realise you had this ability?
About 5 weeks after I turned 14, and I don't really know why on this day exactly, February 5th, 1980. But from that day until now, it's every day. And so, you pull a date out, boom, it's like I'm right there.
Every moment of every day.
I have nothing to add.
Oh yeah, I want to show. There's just one part I want to show you where they say specific days.
Got it. Yeah.
That's very compelling.
Yeah.
Don't believe it? Well, let's do a test.
There you go, haters.
Go and throttle up.
January 28th, 1986.
Tuesday, January 28th,
Someone needs to
Well,
look at your
I was
beautiful
5
brain.
days old. That anniversary is
What
actually
day of the
coming
week
up.
was it?
Well, she just said it was a Wednesday.
You were 5 days old.
I was 5 days old, and
Probably not remembering anything.
Maybe it was a Tuesday, but it's also my grandmother's birthday, the 28th of January.
Oh, so there's a lot intersecting there.
A lot of reasons why I would remember the Challenger disaster date.
I guess it's a lot of.
6. And the Super Bowl was the Sunday before.
John Lennon's assassination.
That was December 8th, 1980.
Do you remember what day of the week it was?
Monday. I was in 10th grade.
It blows my mind that you can remember that.
That crash killed 274 people.
The Chicago plane crash.
The one in May 25th, 1979.
That is the one.
Yeah, I was in the 8th grade. I had just come back that week from having the chicken pox.
Remembering historical events is one thing, but this goes a whole lot further.
Well, May 8th, my grandmother had...
Imagine having instant recall of what you ate for breakfast exactly 20 years ago today. What if I flip it around? I don't give you an event, but a date. The 28th of February, 97.
That was a Friday, and I was leaving that day to go up to San Francisco, but we sort of got sidetracked by a bank robbery in North Hollywood.
She's right.
For an hour, North Hollywood was a
So there you
war
have
zone.
it. So there seems to be some people that have both brains.
Yeah, and
coinciding.
Both. It's I don't know a lot about it, but you can see how important it would be to learn. Like, first of all, like knowing the dates of like John Lennon's assassination and plane crashes. There are plenty of people who know all of those.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine being burdened in that way by every detail being there. It almost makes you feel less bad about how the past and your memories keep fading away.
Right.
You only live in this
Yeah.
kind of clear bubble
But
of
I wonder if that's some kind of defense mechanism, because it is like this one lady that they interviewed in this was like, I love having this ability.
Right.
Because you can imagine the utility of that is insane. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be able to excel at anything like way more to have that level of
Yeah.
memory. But this lady says that it's a
I could see it
very
being
difficult.
both.
Yeah, I can see it being both.
And I don't know what they've found since. What's going on?
Yeah.
What are the limits of this, and what
Yeah.
might be the cause, and what are some of the bad side effects?
Yeah.
But you can also see how difficult psychology is. If you want to do physics and you want to talk about like the mass of a proton, they all have the same mass. But memory, all of our memories are different. When you think of being 5, what is it like? Do you see through your eyes? Do you see yourself from outside? It's like, what is it? What's the fidelity of it? Is it like 4K? Is it like 1080? We still don't really know. And everyone might be so different, it might be really hard to pin it down. Mathematics and physics, it's kind of like, look, the speed of light is what it is. We've literally defined it to be something. But what is happiness?
Yeah. I would like to get her in there to challenge that chimpanzee. Do you think she would win? Because that is maybe a different skill.
It's a different one though, because
That's
think.
that's a very different one.
I think she would win.
She's got this.
We got to
woman
get
here,
her out there to Japan.
She has amazing episodic memory. She remembers episodes from her life. She doesn't have that photographic, like instant
You don't
memory
think
from
so?
a scene.
We gotta
but
get
there
her
are people who do. There are people who can look at a deck of cards
Right,
all laid out and then it's called an eidetic memory because it's not quite like a photograph. If you show them 52 cards laid out in order, and then you tell them like what card was in the corner, which one was here, they'll know. But if you tell them which card had a tiny black dot somewhere, they won't remember if they didn't commit that to memory. It's not like they are pulling up a photo they took and they can look for details that they didn't see or attend to at first. So it's not quite a photographic memory. They call it eidetic now.
So, I mean, what was your kind of takeaway from that whole experience in Japan? I mean, how long were you there? How long did it take to shoot that?
We were there. We were there for like 2 weeks because we also did the episode on recording your dreams. That was done in a different part of Japan, but it was all underneath Kyoto University.
Right.
And so we were at the Primate Research Institute for like 4 or 5 days, and every morning we had to get there for like the chimps breakfast because that's when the two really famous ones might come in.
Right.
And we had to do like 4 mornings just to capture like, oh my gosh, I has come.
What time are we talking about?
I think it was like, 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
But you're already so jet lagged. You're not like, it's not early.
Right.
We were on a very early to get up and early to go to bed schedule.
Now, were these superstar chimps, was it the result of just like good genetics, or were these the monkeys, the chimps that were there practicing all the time?
Well, they have trained for a long time. Because imagine, like, they don't just come out of the trees and go, oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
They have to learn what numerals are. They have to learn how a touch screen works. It takes a long time. So, but there's nothing special about them otherwise. It's not like we found some chimps that can do this.
Well, there's a varying level of intelligence among humans. I wonder how's that variance among chimpanzees.
I'm sure.
as well.
And there's also a variation by age. As they get older, there's cognitive decline. And so I, who was born in the 70s, she's now getting slower. And that's who I went up against. So I had a bit of an advantage. But it's not that these chimpanzees were like, way above norm. They're what a chimpanzee can do, and we used to be able to do. The theory, the hypothesis, is that as we split from chimpanzees through evolution, we needed language to survive. We didn't have the safety of the trees. We needed to be able to say, you watch out while I get those scavenged remains. And you have to trust that I will give some to you. I'm near it. You're having to do lookout, or you're having to do something else. But we have to communicate because we can't just be safe in the trees and grab berries all day.
Right.
But you can't develop language. Like, you can't just go, all right, guys, let's just build a new lobe on our brain. Instead, you have to take the cells and the structures that are already there and sacrifice some of them to you're doing language now.
Right.
And the hypothesis is that we gave away some of that eidetic memory, some of that short-term memory ability.
A good trade-off, evolutionarily, probably, eh?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But I don't want to judge.
But who knows?
It doesn't mean that like we're better than chimps. It just means we're different. We were forced to be different to still be here today.
The other one, the Stanford Prison Experiment.
Also free.
Also free.
Yeah.
This, I always confused with the original experiment.
Yeah.
This original experiment was very famous. This guy set up guards and prisoners dynamic, and just to tell a long story short, the guards became very cruel, right? To oversimplify it. But, I guess I'm confused about what theory he was driving, that we are inherently like evil or manipulable or capable of evil. I guess I just didn't really see the point of the experiment. And I've always doubted this kind of theory that humans are born with a capacity of evil.
But the Stanford Prison Experiment is often given as evidence that, see, at our root core, you just can't help it. People turn bad. And the Stanford Prison Experiment has been told as a story of, it's not just bad apples, it's the bad barrel. If you put anyone in the wrong circumstance, they will behave badly.
Right.
If you give people power and you depersonalize the others they have control over and all these things, then they'll just become bad.
Do you believe
Abu
that's
Ghraib.
true? I mean, do you think that was proven through their experiment?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. I think that it is very true that the situation can have a lot more power than we might think.
Right.
But I don't think that it's the simple story of, oh, well, of course these terrible things happen because they just do.
Yeah.
You know, even nice people can go bad, right? That can happen. But I think it's way more complicated and where the people and their own personalities and the situations overlap and have feedback loops with each other, it becomes really gray.
Well, the one detail that actually I learned from watching this episode I didn't know is that the researchers were encouraging the guards off the record to be more cruel.
Right.
Which is something that they didn't disclose.
That part of the story is rarely told.
Yeah. That modifies the results a lot.
Yeah.
There was one guy apparently who wasn't being cruel enough, and there's a recording of the researchers being like, "Hey, dude, you're gonna have to be more dominating. You have to be more forceful with them. Otherwise, this experiment's not going to work."
Yeah. And
encouraging cruelty.
In the episode, I got to talk with one of the guards from the experiment.
Right.
And he explained that he thought he was working with the experimenters. He thought the whole point was, we're going to be cruel and see what people do. We're going to show that prisons are all bad and need to be reformed. So he thought he knew what the experiment was about.
Right.
And so he behaved in a certain way. And he was getting feedback from the research team. He knew that the cameras were recording them and that when he did creatively cruel things, they would like get a close up and they'd all go, "Ooh, wow." And so he was encouraged in his mind to be mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So that kind of throws into question, what did we really learn from the Stanford Prison Experiment? I don't think that the whole thing should be called a hoax and written off. I think, first of all, it's incredibly important as a example of why you need to ethically study people. You can't just be like, let's get some young people and, I don't know, give them power over each other. And,
what were some of the things the guards did, just for people who are listening who aren't familiar with that experiment?
Well, you know, it devolved into like making the prisoners hump each other in order to, you know, get bathroom breaks. It was, hey, you, prisoner, are going to be, you know, locked in this closet until you eat because some hunger strikes happened. And then I think the guards would come up with like scenarios like, okay, if you all don't choose a person to be punished, then you all lose your blankets. So the prisoners had to go against each other, stuff like that. That was
These
really
were all
twisted.
volunteers, so
They were paid.
yeah,
They were
okay.
paid per day.
Yeah.
A pretty good amount, more than what you would get for like just a job, a college job, you know, at that time. But it had to be ended early because it got so bad. Now, there was also like a whole nervous breakdown one of the prisoners had. But since then, he said that he was just acting. Because he just wanted to study for his upcoming tests, and they weren't letting
He
him
wanted
have
to
his
get out.
textbooks.
Because I saw, was this the guy who was like, "Let me out"?
Yeah.
Just started freaking out.
I'm burning up in here.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, this guy's like off his.
Yeah.
He's gone out of control.
Right.
But really, he was just doing that because he knew that they would have no choice but to like get him out of the
Well, that's
experiment.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I mean, so at any rate, you think that this experiment, what does it prove if not that humans are capable all humans are?
I'm not sure what it proves,
Yeah.
but it's a great example in the textbooks, especially of like, this is why we have ethics review boards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is why we need to be careful. If you want to know what's in a proton, smash them together and look at what comes out. But you can't take someone's brain, scoop a piece out and be like, now what's different? Oh, that must have been the part that allows you to answer my questions. Shoot, you know? You have to be really careful. And there are times in the history of psychology where that line has been crossed and we've I think become better. But I also think that the Stanford Prison Experiment, like the Milgram experiment, the one with the electric shocks, shows us that people will do quite cruel things in the name of something bigger. And in Milgram and in Stanford, I think that was scientific progress. They said, well, this university is doing this and it must be important, so I don't feel so bad. I'm being told to do this by, you know, someone whose work I think is important. So I think that's what we really learned from the Stanford Prison Experiment.
Right.
We still need to do a lot of work on where that balance is between what makes someone do evil or what makes someone become a hero.
Right. So the experiment you did in the video or in that episode when they're in the dark room, that was based on the Milgram one?
That was our attempt to play around with how would you run something like the Stanford Prison Experiment, but have absolutely no demand characteristics, meaning no expectations on the part of the participants that they were supposed to behave in any way. Because everything we kept hearing was that the participants in the prison experiment all thought they had to take on this role. Oh, I'm a prisoner, so I guess like what do prisoners do? Well, they're obedient or they riot. I'll do one of those two. We said, what if we just give them numbers? We don't tell them that we're recording certain data, and we just see if, given the opportunity to hurt someone, knowing that you would never get caught for it, would you do it? And we really struggled. We also cast the most like benevolent people we could find.
Yeah, they were all sweethearts.
Because all we wanted to show is that there's a point where you will not get the results that you saw at the Stanford Prison Experiment.
Yeah.
So it's not an either or. People are either good or you put them in the rotten barrel and they all turn into rotten apples.
I was wondering, were you wanting to do something more extreme? Was there ever a point when YouTube was like, let's not do it that way?
It was a weird episode because we developed that one after season 3 had already been approved.
Right.
And so I was busy making all the other 7 episodes and still having to come up with, well, what's the Stanford prison thing? And the more we looked into it, we talked to a lot of psychologists, and they were all like, if you do it today, it's just a reality show. The BBC did a fantastic version that was much more rigorous, and they were looking at sort of group cohesion, and it was very cool. But, they had a huge facility, and they had a lot of time. It's all they did.
Yeah.
We were only able to spend 1/8 of our time and resources on this, right? Because we had 7 other episodes.
Yeah.
So, I think when you say Stanford Prison Experiment, people get a little scared and they think it's going to go too far. So we were even proposing stuff like there's this really fantastic experiment involving hot sauce. And you as a participant have to measure out an amount of hot sauce to force someone else to drink. And YouTube was like,
That was
dangerous.
too far?
And I was like, yeah, but I mean, we've electrically shocked people in previous seasons, and hot sauce, there's like a popular show on YouTube where that's all people do.
Yeah.
And I think they were just so scared that Stanford Prison Experiment was going to violate ethical rules that the hot sauce could not be hotter than Tabasco, stuff like that, right?
Oh my God. I had a feeling that they had their hands in the
But I appreciate some of those challenges because it forced us to be better and to be like, you know what, maybe the punishing can be something that's not quite so cartoony. But the hot sauce has actually worked in like serious studies. So we used the noise, and I think it was almost more insidious because we were able to say, we played it off. Like we didn't really know how loud it was or what was safe. We just said anything below a 7 should be safe.
Right.
Meaning should be safe. So if you crank that dial up secretly,
it's like
you could be really hurting someone.
Right.
But no one would know that it was you who did it. Will people be that cruel?
And in the end, they were not really, were they?
No, they only ever responded in kind. It was just
I'm surprised by that. They never cranked it up.
You could easily find people who would.
Sure.
But it's not quite as easy as anyone
you
put into a
prove
dark
that you
room
could.
with yeah.
Now, Michael, are you a tits or an ass man in the end? Because we did never get an answer on that.
I ask myself that every day.
Really? And do you ever find resolve within your soul on that issue?
Yeah.
Which is the answer? You're a corn man.
I'm a corn man.
Yeah.
How can you not love that?
I'm personally, it's a tough call between tits and ass. But I respect that you dodged it, and so I won't press you much harder on that.
Did I dodge it? Or
corn is not unless you're rubbing your dick on that corn later.
You're thinking too small.
Oh, I see. So you liked it. Well, corn for me, when I see you eat corn, reminds me more of like. Are you saying that you like vagina the best? Because you're like eating corn, dude.
raw corn.
Yeah. Like because when you eat corn, it is kind of like coital. Or not coital.
What's coital?
Not coital. What's it called? What's the technical name when a man eats out of a woman?
Cunnilingus?
Yeah, cunnilingal. Yeah. It's quite cunnilingal.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just trying to eat my raw piece of corn.
Yeah. He's a vagina man. He's a vagina man. I want to go to questions from the fans. We've got some great ones here to share. But guys, if you've got YouTube Red or not, get it. Head on over to Vsauce channel. Watch Minefield Season 3. Is there a 4 in the works? Is 3 the final season?
I can't
YouTube
say
Premium,
too much.
Dan has corrected
YouTube Premium.
me. Yes,
YouTube Premium.
Sorry. Can't say too much.
I can't say too much, but you know what? There's a lot of really awesome things on the horizon.
You got a lot of opportunities.
I'm making choking on corn right here. Let me just take a little sip.
Pubic hair in this analogy that I've painted.
Ethan, you're really trying to connect some things here, and I'm really glad you are. But
corn has gained a new depth, unless that's what you originally meant.
But you know, Minefield Season 4.
Yeah.
Like it all comes back to that, doesn't it?
Yes.
I've been doing a video every single week on the Dong channel.
Yeah.
Vsauce 1 will get a lot of fresh free videos this year. I'm very excited. I bit off way more than I could chew last year. And I remember it was literally December of last year. Wait, that's not very long ago. December of 2016.
Yeah.
I was working on an episode about torques and rotation, and it became the Leaning Tower of Liar that I put on Dong because I didn't really have time to like make it as kind of like complete as I wanted, and I needed to promote brain candy in Australia. And then I realized how little I knew about physics and classical mechanics and calculus, and I was like, I need to get back to basics, and I need to learn a lot. So I have been reading and learning.
That's
I think I've become a better person. And so I'm grateful that people are patient.
Absolutely.
In the meantime, I've done more videos than I ever have before.
Dong is
on
out
Dong.
there. Yeah.
One should be coming out today.
Oh, great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, you're one of the hardest working people on YouTube. You are out there shaking your dick, and people...
I'm out there gnawing on the corn cobs.
You're eating corn, boy. Damn. Lucky lady, your wife.
Should we cook it first? No.
Your wife is a lucky lady, dude.
I'm a lucky man.
With the way you chomp corn?
I'm going to stop chewing on corn during this.
All right, let's go to the questions. Guys,
yeah, please.
Number 1 on the list, we've got the other AKS asks, if you can do any experiment in the world without moral value stopping you, what would you do?
How would it not stop me?
Well, let's say ethical questions aside, is there an experiment you'd like to conduct that ethics would normally stop you from doing?
Yeah, I mean, let's say we're able to
drinking hot sauce, God forbid.
Right. Let's say we're able to create like artificial minds. Boy, even then I might think that it should have rights. But let's worry about that question a little bit later. I would really love to watch a human mind grow in isolation, never learn a language, never meet another human.
There was a case of that, the wolf girl, right? Or something.
There are some really unfortunate cases where it's child abuse.
Yeah, of course.
And so, I mean, yeah, there are even ancient experiments where they were like, oh, we took these newborn babies and put them in a room and never did anything. And because we wanted to see what language they would speak. What is the true first language of humans? And, everyone's like, oh, it was Greek, it was Hebrew or whatever.
But obviously they never learned language, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
But their brains were still, wired for grammar, for thinking in the way that language works. But we don't know a lot because it's really hard to develop experiments on it.
Right.
So I would love to get artificial minds.
That's a great answer.
Maybe minds that run at faster speed so we can really see like 7 years of learning in a day.
That would be cool.
But that still raises problems of like, look, if you've got an artificial mind that's that close to a human mind, don't unplug it because it's going to have dreams and ambitions and hopes and fears.
Yeah. Now, in the case of these children who are raised in captivity, are their brain development stunted by never having learned language, I wonder?
I honestly don't know enough. I know that it's incredibly detrimental.
Oh, yeah.
Our brains are sponges, and we
Right.
learn, and it's hard to learn language if you don't learn it within the right period of time when you're younger.
Sure. Right.
The most famous case is Jeannie. And last I heard, I think she is still alive. She's very old. She's a ward of the state of California, but no one can find her or interview her. But yeah, she was raised like locked in an attic and never learned to speak. I think she is capable of some things now. But yeah, that's when we
That's
really
so strange.
realized.
Like, how do you even frame your thoughts when you don't have language?
Right. Well, you can. It's not like people who don't speak don't think, right?
Well, who don't have any language, because you can have people who have sign language or people who communicate in ways.
Yeah.
But if you're grown in isolation, you don't even communicate with people.
What would you do?
How would you? Yeah.
Right.
How do you form thoughts?
You know, I actually
Or inner dialogue.
actually asked Terrence Deacon at Berkeley that very question
Mm-hmm.
for the chimpanzee episode, and it turned into a bonus clip. And I literally cannot remember what his answer was. He may have said, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he I think hazarded a guess about what is it like. Are you conscious if you don't have language? Like, are they
Or
really
like an
connected?
inner dialogue.
I think I remember there's a great book called Things I Believe But Cannot Prove. And it's just tiny, short little like paragraph answers written by some really smart people. And I believe one of them, I could be misremembering, but one of them was like, I believe that you need language to be conscious. And I was like, geez, this it's full of crazy things. Like I'm like the director of this big institute, and I can't prove this, but here's my personal belief.
That's great.
That's cool.
Thought provoking.
Yeah.
You know what I love? I would love to clone human beings. I want to take a dude, clone him 5 times, just much like the movie Duplicity or whatever it was called with Michael Keaton. Do they get dumber every time? Are they? How much like the original are they? These are fascinating questions. I want to make multiplicity. Thank you, Dan. In real life.
The problem is that when you clone a person, awesome. Now you have a little like cell, and it'll become whatever the blastocyst and fetus and whatever. It doesn't come out of a machine fully grown at like the age of 30 or something. It's a baby.
It's a kid.
It has the same DNA as the adult that you clone.
What happens if you raise yourself, though? Like, wouldn't that be wild?
But you're
It's a
not
new
raising
person.
yourself.
Yeah.
You're raising a totally distinct
That's
human
right.
with the same
Yeah.
DNA.
What do we do
But
about
so
that?
much is not from DNA.
We have to circumvent that somehow. That would be a great experiment on environmental versus nurture, though.
Create the exact
'Cause it's
same
literally
environment.
the same person.
Put the same fingerprints, for instance, don't come from your DNA. Identical twins have the same DNA but different fingerprints because these just form through random motions in the womb. So, I've even heard, I think I heard this from Adam Savage, who has twins. And he was like, identical twins raised together are more different than identical twins separated at birth.
Really?
Because of that pressure to be different,
Right.
if you don't have someone to be different from, you just follow your nature more. This is all hypothetical.
This is in that book.
That's the other thing we don't have a lot of data on is like, what is it like when twins are separated at birth? Because we just don't do that. Ever since Minefield began, I've been like, find me twins separated at birth. And our teams have looked at, adoption agencies, and they've gone and looked at other countries where there's a little bit less paperwork done on, and this happens more often, and we have not found. There's a
Golly.
documentary, though,
That'd be
that
great.
just came out and kind of
Yeah.
like, well, now it's been done.
I don't know if this is like a true, but or this is some fantastical like thing, but I swear to God, I've seen a show about this, that an identical twin separated at birth ended up marrying the same identical twins separately. So 2 dudes separated at birth ended up marrying identical twins separately.
Right.
Michael,
So
I feel like you know the real story.
I don't
there.
know the real story, but I've heard so many of these. Like
Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or
But
Not.
I've
is full
seen
of
it.
Twins separated at birth, never knew each other existed, and then they both have dogs named Bob, and they both work as plumbers, and they both married blonde women named Amy,
Right.
and they, I don't know how much of that is true. The Minnesota twin study is the only one I can think of that's like a really classic, rigorous, but a lot of work is still being done. It's just hard to find twins separated at birth.
Man. Next up, we've got what is your favorite unsolved scientific question / phenomenon by Buttholes with a Z at the end.
Ooh, Dr. Buttholes.
Yes.
He's always got the greatest questions.
Yes.
My favorite unsolved or unsolvable?
Whatever you like.
I mean, I love fundamentals. So I'm thinking the multiverse theory. How can we develop an experiment, or can we, to really test how big our universe is? If it's infinite in extent, then because there's only a finite number of quantum states you can have in a certain region, it's been calculated that like a Googleplex light years away, just odds are there's another you. Because if matter's all kind of the same everywhere, then we only live in this observable universe that is its size depends on how fast light has traveled to us. But if there's no edge to it, as long as there's a wall, there's just more. It's just we can't see it. We can't observe it. It can't affect us. It's always growing. But I guess what I'm trying to get at here is I heard in Max Tegmark's Mathematical Universe book just recently the idea that the laws of physics themselves could be different.
Right.
Because space itself can have maybe different states, just like water can be ice and liquid and gas. There could be other parts of the universe, like all of it, not just the part we can see, where space is different, where its permeability to electromagnetic radiation is different, and light it operates. I don't know. But the constants, the concepts of conservation of momentum, like these could literally be different. And we could try to replicate that if we had enough energy here. But basically, it sounds very sci-fi. But I'm just troubled by the fact that it's like, yep, light travels at that speed. And I'm like, but...
Well, what I've heard about that is like multiverses, like different universes could have different properties, but you're saying it's possible the same universe.
We have to define universe
so universe
really clearly.
Is just reality. Everything.
The universe is everything.
Yeah, okay. So then what would you call a parallel different space to like what we occupy?
I guess
with different properties of matter.
Right. So I forget what the diameter of our observable universe is. It's billions of light years.
Right.
And it keeps getting bigger as light from further back reaches us finally. But like way over here, there's another,
so it's on the same
spherical region that could also have, galaxies and Earth but there are different levels of multiverse, like level 1, level 2, and these are different theories. And one theory allows for the possibility for the laws of physics themselves to be different from one to the other. And this leads to the whole question of like, well, of course the laws of physics are what they are because the ones we have are conductive to things existing like us that can ask why they exist.
Right.
But in a universe where, I don't know, energy isn't conserved the same way or something, you might just not be able to get complex life forms that can ever go, now, what's this energy thing about?
So experimenting, discovering what's going on with all
traveling
this dang
faster than
multiverse.
light.
Yeah.
I'd also like to do.
Would you, if you could go on a one-trip journey around the universe at the speed of light, would you do it? Because if you travel the known universe at the speed of light, I remember Carl Sagan saying something like it would take you like 50 years. But by the time you got back to Earth, like 1 billion years would have passed or something. Would you take that spaceship ride?
Well, as I get older, I feel less like I would.
Yeah.
Because I'm not as alone.
Yeah.
I've got a wife.
Yeah.
We want to have kids. When I was like totally single, I'd be like,
Yeah.
leave now, come back in 10 years of my time to an Earth that's 1 million years older. Yes, I'll be a celebrity. But now I'm like, I kind of need to be here for the people in my life now.
By the time you get back, they may have already been like, dude, our science is crazy. We already figured all this shit out.
Exactly. And there's a name for that problem where like I could start on my journey and like 2 seconds in, people show up in the year 5,000 and they're like, hey man, like we're already like way ahead of you. Bro. Like kind of wasted your whole trip.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What's the point, too? It's like you come back, you know, I mean, what good really did it do you? Right?
You were probably
Right.
exposed to a lot of cosmic rays and radiation.
Yeah.
You were a living piece of history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll come back and they'll be like, do you remember this band, the Beatles? And you're like, it's pronounced Beatles. And they're like, we never knew because no recordings exist. And you're able to like be our. Imagine if we had an ancient Egyptian here who
Right.
could be like, here's how we built them. Like I was there. Here's what my day-to-day life was. Here's what my cognitive processes are like. Here's how I think and feel and how I describe that. We'd be like, wow, dude.
But we'll probably be able to upload brains like in the next 100 years, and that whole trip will be like way more difficult to make.
When we can do that, we can just, you know, build a copy of my brain and I don't die. I'm this consciousness that lives in a 3D printed neural
That I'm signing up for.
sculpture.
What is one?
Here, let me say this. On that topic, I would not choose to live forever as a 3D printed neural connectome.
I don't want to be 3D printed. I just want to be in the cloud.
Same, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Cloud.
Yeah.
I want to die.
You do.
I think it's important for me to be like, all right, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Not soon.
Yeah.
But
That there's
it's
an
time for it's time for someone else to be the adults.
I want to be in the cloud.
That's fine. That's perfect.
I want to be in the cloud
not-
eating burgers and not getting fat forever.
Anyone has to
That's
decide.
all you care about.
Okay. It's very personal.
But see, if you're in the cloud, you kind of already moved on. It's like not to be dude, in the Matrix, there's this scene. The guy, he's eating the steak. He's like, I know the steak's real. Just put me back in the Matrix because the steak is delicious.
Yeah.
That's me.
It doesn't have to be a real steak.
I identified more with him than Neo. I was like, put me back, baby.
The deliciousness
Yeah, I want the
is-
steak.
It's real in a way. Like,
Yeah.
fine.
I'd kill all my friends for a steak. That's what he did, basically. Well,
Says the vegan.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe it's getting in my head. What is this is finally here. We've got what is one question you would want to be answered in your lifetime?
Oh, geez. Oh, well, easy. For me, it's are we alone in the universe?
Yeah, that's the
Is
big
there?
one.
Okay, I mean, just finding
Well,
some
the
kind
scope of what's out there, right?
just finding like bacteria
Yeah.
that clearly did not come from Earth contamination, like it developed on its own.
Hmm.
That alone would
That'd be great.
change.
What are the
our
chances
world.
you think that there's a little something on Mars for us to discover?
I think
It seems low, based on that little squeak.
I think it's going to be a bit low, to be honest. What are the chances that there's intelligent life out there?
On Mars? Or you mean
Just
in the universe?
out there? I'd say 100%.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just,
Me too.
I'm convinced.
so.
Will we ever be able to contact them? Space is too big. I think 0%.
Yeah.
The thing is, what is, there's just, it's just such a shame, right? It's just such a shame. I feel like there's got to be a way. Like 100 years ago, 200, 1,000 years ago, people couldn't fathom what it's like to be alive today, what it's like to use the internet, what it's like to fly, what it's like to walk on the moon. I feel like it's just such a shame that if there is other intelligent life out there, we're going to shake their hand and have a hamburger and a soda.
We're just limited
But we don't
by
know
the
how.
speed of light.
But that's the thing. Maybe you don't actually have to go the speed of light. Maybe you just have to bend space-time.
Sure. Compress the space in between us because space can move faster than light. It
who
is
knows?
expanding.
Right. Who knows what the mechanism could be.
There's a thing called like the Alcubierre drive. It's just a hypothetical idea for a spacecraft that curves and bends and stretches space behind it and in front of it and can travel faster than light because it's just the space that it inhabits that moves fast. If we could do that, then we've reached a point where we need to start naming the years differently. You know, we say like BC AD, that's like this big thing that like separates humanity into two halves. If we developed faster than light travel or discovered intelligent life and like made contact, that's another one of those moments where it's like, okay, there was a before and then now there's an after.
But also another scenario is like, let's say that humanity lives an additional 10 million years. Like we go the long haul, baby. We go interplanetary. We can spread so slowly, but so inevitably. If we can just get to a new solar system somehow, we're going all the way. I mean, it's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And like, how close is the next solar system? Like a light year?
More than that, the nearest one that's like habitable, I don't know.
Not even.
We don't totally know.
But maybe we can hibernate,
planets.
right? Hibernate, get in there, 100 years maybe,
Sure,
get
if it's
some
30 light years away, 300.
I think
whatever.
they're even closer than that, Michael. I think there's one that's like in single digits light years away.
We don't probably know everything about the planets there, but you may as well go.
Might as well send some fucking hamsters out.
And then
because we already erased ethics in our hypothetical anyway.
Yeah, we're not concerned about the ethics.
No.
I'd rather send people than
Well,
hamsters.
also robots. A lot of people say robots are going to be the ones that inhabit
I know.
the Borg.
But why should the robots get to have all that fun?
But it makes sense because they don't even need to breathe the goddamn air.
They don't need the air.
They don't need anything
Yeah.
except a little squirt of oil, presumably.
Yeah, I need to get greased up.
Yeah.
What were you guys doing when I got here? Everyone was like really greasy.
Oh, we just.
I don't know why.
We had the smoke machine in a box.
Oh,
it just
and
got
the
oil
fluid.
everywhere.
I thought you guys were kidding because Michael came in. He's like, "Y'all are so greasy." I was like, listen.
No one would shake my hand.
I was like,
They were
listen, Michael, these are a good bunch of people, and I resent you calling them
But
greasy.
your smoke machines are using oil, not like
What's smoke
the
machines?
liquid, whatever the liquid.
Wait, what's
is.
smoke machines? What are we talking about? What the hell were you guys
Am
doing
I
back there?
spoiling some upcoming like? smoke
No,
machines?
not at all. We're just reorganizing our office during this
You mean
break.
the big vape?
No, we have an old smoke machine that was just in one of the
okay.
bins with blankets and stuff.
Fascinating.
And I was just going through it and found a bunch of the liquid on everything.
You got all gooed up.
Like it spilled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It felt oily, so we said we're oily. I don't know that it's oil.
Yeah, don't introduce yourself. Don't introduce yourself that way. Sorry, I'm greasy right now.
I'm just an elbow bump. I'm a mess. Bad hygiene.
Well, unfortunately, I think that most likely computers, the robots, are gonna be the ones to get all the fun.
But will they enjoy it?
No, probably not. And another philosophical question: if we send a bunch of robots out to space and they end up colonizing the whole Milky Way, how do we even know, like, even if they pass the Turing test and whatever and they're like self-aware, how do we even know that there is anything inside those tin boxes? And you could just be sending out a bunch of tin boxes to colonize all of the Milky Way, and they're just acting out of programming and impulse, but truly they're just empty boxes.
I could say the same about you.
No, you cannot.
How do I
am not
know?
an empty box.
How do I know that you're not a philosophical zombie? You act like a human, but you have no internal self-awareness or consciousness.
I'm telling you, that's just
I know
not
you do.
true,
That's exactly
Michael.
what a
Listen,
zombie robot would say.
We took a picture of corn together.
Yeah?
We made it really blurry. I told you about the flavor of the corn.
But did
that's
you,
real
did
as
you
it gets.
really feel that flavor, or are you
I
just
loved
going
it.
beep boop beep boop? Corn tastes good and creamy.
Yeah, I said that.
I'm just
Michael,
being
but
really
I'm
mean to
important.
robots right now.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
already a
it's
robot racist.
It's safer to just assume.
By the way, that's going to be super insensitive in 100 years. Beep, boop, 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 cream, corn.
Yeah.
You're going to be canceled. Everyone's going to be like, dude, Michael was such a shitbag back then.
They will. There'll be robots being like, I can't believe this. Michael is canceled.
Imagine,
Here he is doing his robot impression.
Outraged robots.
Beep boop, I have no soul because I'm a robot.
Wow, 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 wow. Oh, send me out to outer space with oil. Yeah, how rude.
But in my defense, robots now are very different than robots in the future. That said, it's probably safest to just always assume that something has consciousness and a mind, like even a cockroach. Just, you know what? I can't be convinced that you don't have a hope for tomorrow, so I'm not going to kill you.
Thank you.
Gila doesn't feel that way, though. You're just like, give me that meat sandwich. Oh, I hope it suffered.
I'm so not the meat person here in this room.
I'm kidding. All right, well, we
You were
covered a lot of
vegetarian
ground.
for a
I have
while.
to say, I think this show...
And now that it's vegan, I'm going to go right back to it.
I think the show went off the rails when we stopped talking about
Poop.
Poop.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but it definitely happened. It was like
wasn't that like the first 5 minutes?
No, it was like the first like 45 minutes at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get us off poop, it's just turn it off.
The show went off the
It's
rails.
really bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other huge things to talk about.
I mean, aliens is it, really. The other one would be kind of like, I would like to see a fully kind of sustainable, like if we could harness the sun's energy, like truly and fully, that would be fantastic.
We'll get there. I don't have
But
any.
just imagine having like basically unlimited free energy.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something, isn't it?
A space elevator so we can get stuff
Ooh,
up
that'd
out
be
there
fantastic.
with much less effort.
Yeah.
Were there any questions people asked that you were like, I cannot ask him that? What's the worst question anyone asked?
Well, it's not that it was I can't ask him. It just seemed kind of dumb. Was why is the pee stored in the balls?
No one knows.
That was like the number 2.
All we know is that it is.
Right.
So.
Well, were you supposed to surprise me today, Zach?
Giddy up. He hit you with some goose.
What was it? The giddy up?
Some Kramer stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. You got me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I told Zach, our sound lad, I said, I want you to surprise me today. Hit me with something.
Oh, yeah.
Blow me out of the water.
Did he?
Oh, yeah. He hit me with some Kramers.
There's one. Yeah.
Yeah, he did good. He tried his best. Those are never get old.
Did you just make that noise by pushing a button?
No, that was
He
Zach.
did.
What do all these buttons do?
They do.
That was me.
I
That was me.
bitch was white!
This is me.
No!
This is me.
This is Ethan.
So, and so on.
Yeah.
And the best one.
Yeah, he was.
That's a good one. That's a better one.
Okay, this is my favorite.
Destroy the child.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I was really enjoying that. I've always wanted to be
Yeah.
in a Curb Your Enthusiasm meme.
Well, you want to take a shot? Nobody's watching. We're in so deep.
What are these? Oh, wow. It's really easy to know what things
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
It's like a toy.
It's got gifts and.
Listen to this. I am a robot. I don't have rights.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's the
crowd.
future.
Yikes.
That's the future calling. Sorry, Michael, you're scumbag.
What about this? Oh
Yeah.
I don't. Sorry, it said tension.
No, that. Well, you're right. It's a song for our game shows. Watch this. Here, watch this, Michael, right there. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for playing. I want to show you something. If you
Can I
push
stop?
it again, it will stop. Yeah. This is the H3 podcast. Did it work, Dan?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Hold on. You looking
Why do I
for
see-
you
why
looking
does it
for
say ring?
transcendence?
Yeah, transcendent.
Wait, why does it say ring?
I think it must have been pointed at the wrong.
Every time I push it, it just says ring.com. All right. Ring is getting all the love.
Are you making
today.
like $5 every time you push that button?
I should be. Yeah, there you go. Look. Wow.
Cha-ching.
I'm in, yeah, ching, ching. Do you got a money sound effect? Hit me with it.
Yeah. Probably not.
No. But here's a gazebo. Here, this one should work. Here, watch the preview. So this is the gazebo zone. So we've got that on the soundboard.
Whose idea was that?
Have a seat right over there.
Probably a collaborative effort.
Yeah,
as
I
many
appreciate
things are.
that one.
Yeah.
I really want to push this one. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm driving.
Yeah. You're a SoFlo fan? A fan of the finer things?
I was look. I've been a fan. I mean, I don't want to say that I like made him.
Yeah.
But I was so much original content. How could it come from one person?
Yeah, I know. He's fantastic.
Why did I start Vsauce? SoFlo.
Yeah.
Inspired me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, how can I ever attain that?
I won't lie. This is me when I'm Vsauce, Michael, inspired. That's me. Well, actually, interestingly, that was when I first found Liza Koshy, and we interviewed her for that video because he was like, I won't lie, this is me when I'm driving.
And it was her video.
Yeah, and it was her video. And it went like mega viral on Facebook. It got like 50 million views Oh man, those are the good times.
You know what's sad? I don't remember the video that comes after his intro.
Right.
Oh, it's so good.
What was the?
It was just Liza dancing in the car,
Dancing while
listening to music,
driving
yeah.
and listening to music, but she's so funny.
That is so totally SoFlo when he's driving, though.
Yeah, no, totally. It's so flow.
I won't lie.
And you could tell.
This is definitely me when I'm driving.
You can tell
he won't lie.
You can tell he just like snapped that on his phone while he was driving, like just on the way to somewhere, and threw it up on Facebook. Just boom.
It's so genuine. It's so in the moment. It's so candid.
Yeah,
He's got it.
You can't build instincts like that. You can be born with them.
Let's send SoFlo to Mars. I think there's a chance there's something under there though, deep down.
Yeah, you know what?
Like deep down where it's warm. I think there might be some shit.
It'd be cool if we found proof of some kind of life and realized, oh man, life began on Mars.
Yep.
When the sun was, I don't know, I think it was warmer or cooler in the past. I don't know. Don't quote me on this stuff. But then asteroid hits Mars, ejects some stuff, makes its way to Earth, lands, and then comes back to life. All of a sudden, now we're here.
What do you call that?
Came
Something
from
with
Mars.
sperm.
Panspermia.
I just remember the sperm.
Panspermia.
Isn't that amazing?
Unlike panpoopia, which is the correct way to cook poop.
Panspermia does make a lot of sense, though.
Doesn't it?
Because it's kind of like the macro version of pollination.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it makes it easier to understand how something that would seem unlikely could happen. We already have a lot of time. The universe is old, so just crazy stuff will happen, like self-replicating molecules, DNA, whatever.
Right.
But if you allow it to happen anywhere
Then
in the
it gets all
universe,
over the
and then
place.
it can spread,
Almost like a cancer.
of course we're here. Almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a vegan diet, and I'm farting and shitting a lot. And so I probably should hit the John. I've been having diarrhea since I started this vegan diet.
What are you eating? I don't know if you're eating well.
Well, I think I am. Lots of avocado,
Maybe it's
lots of
just
beans.
Still from before.
I had a meal a day of eating so putrid it turned me vegan. I had like McDonald's and I ate and then I made a pizza and Ela didn't want any and I ate it all, and I was like, bro, this.
You have to hit rock bottom sometimes. To
I
get better.
did. I hit rock bottom, and I was like, man, I want to see my son turn like 20 at least.
Yeah.
And so, I went vegan, but I'm having diarrhea, and I feel sick and tired and scared.
That's not good. You should feel
And confused.
better. You should really check out like good vegan restaurants.
Yeah.
And
Or
not,
a
don't
recipe.
just
I wanna go to
don't
veggie.
just take what you normally eat and throw out the stuff that has meat in it.
Yeah.
Like really look at
I've been eating like order out Mexican food almost
Indian
almost
food
exclusively.
It's often vegan. It's
That's
definitely
true.
vegetarian and it's delicious.
Fascinating.
The Indian Kitchen. I'm not afraid to just shout them out. They are the best. in
Indian
LA.
Kitchen?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
they don't
check them out.
deliver to where my wife and I live now. So we just have to drive out and get it.
Oh, it's worth the drive. Where are they located? What part of the town? You don't want to say?
Google Maps it.
Oh, okay. You don't know.
Look, I'll look it up.
Well, I was just curious if it's close to us as well.
We don't need to.
Probably not so.
Oh, well, then okay. I thought you did a little twist. I thought you were going to say it's probably not close. But what he ended up doing, Ela, is saying it's probably not so bad. We should end the show.
Yeah, because I've got a silver chest I want to unlock. And all.
Yeah. Well,
That's a top priority.
don't let me.
Can I, okay,
don't
look.
let me
Here's where
stop
the
you.
Indian Kitchen is. So West Hollywood.
That's out of
We-
my. That's. Out
That's.
of my,
We're living in an apartment right now as we renovate the house.
Are you renovating? Is it so? It's not the house I visited you once
No,
at.
no.
Oh well, congratulations, by the way.
Thank
That
you very
is
much.
terrific. A huge
Thank
step.
you. Yeah.
Is it at? Would you call it your dream home?
I mean, my wife's gonna be living there, so yeah.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm driving.
This is definitely me when I bought my dream home.
No, we're really happy. It's so
That's
cute.
great. That's awesome.
Our first like trip together was to that same area to an Airbnb.
Oh, that's.
So we're just like, wow, full circle.
That's cool.
But the point of all of this was the Indian Kitchen, WeHo.
We hope.
I would love to be sponsored by like super local brands, not be like, hey, Skillshare.com, go and use this code. I'd rather be like, The Indian Kitchen at 325 Alameda Street.
They would get their money's worth. They would.
You think they
blow-
would?
Yeah, you would blow. Like if we were sponsored by a local restaurant, I feel like we would blow them up. People would want to go eat there.
You know what? I didn't invent this concept. I think the Dana Carvey show did this. Like every episode had a sponsor, and it began with like Mountain Dew, Dorito, the big ones. And then the final episode was like, Mr. Lee's Chinese restaurant, just like across the street from the studio. Because like his ratings were so low that the only sponsor he could get was them.
That's amazing.
And it was hilarious. But I would love to do that. Like just shout a thing
It's
out.
kind of
where,
a great idea. We should add like an extra sponsor at the end of every one.
Yeah, like
Just
if
blow
you're in the
someone
West
up.
Hollywood area and you need thimbles, here's this tiny little store that's only open on Sundays.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, wow, that is not relevant to 99.999% of your audience.
But to the 0.1%,
they're going.
Love it. All right. Well, I'm going to go make a poop.
Okay, drop it off.
I'm going to make a nasty diarrhea.
Do you have...
But I'm vegan, so it counts for something.
Great.
This
a nice
is it.
pan-seared poop with the diarrhea sauce.
Yeah. Guys, thank you all for watching. Season 2 is off with a bang.
Yeah. A bang that sounds like this.
Bang, bang.
But Michael, first of all, thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
Congratulations on all your continued success and hard work.
Right back at you. Congratulations to both of you,
Thank you so much.
obviously.
Thank
I'm
you.
so
Thank you.
excited.
Yeah, me too.
Uncle Michael. Is that what you want to be called?
Michael, sure.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
You don't have to.
you can be Uncle.
You shouldn't. But you could.
You are Uncle Michael now.
Yeah.
Minefield Season 3 is out right effing now. Not on YouTube Red, that's not a thing. But on YouTube Premium.
YouTube Premium. Get yourself ad-free YouTube.
Why'd they change? What is that? What are they doing? Because you know what they're doing? They stopped making Red series and they're putting them in front
I
of the
gotta
paywall
tell
now.
you something. I never liked the name YouTube Red.
It sounds like porn!
So maybe that's what they're doing, finally changing
From the
awful
beginning, it
name.
was so poorly conceived. YouTube Red?
Here, look, okay, great. So now we're going into the YouTube part of the podcast. This is all everyone knows what's going on. It's very
Dan,
public.
you can just tell us how much time we have on the outro.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
keep you posted.
We can stop.
But I'm curious what you were
Point
going to
is that
say.
You're right, Ethan. They're putting their original shows in front of the paywall now.
Yeah.
Because I think YouTube is realizing, you know what makes us, in my opinion, what makes YouTube different from Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and all that is that anyone can be there and like really niche, creative people can thrive. Like someone who just reviews bathrooms can and get a big following, and it's earnest, it's beautiful. But Netflix would never give them a show. But YouTube, I think they think more of like, we have relationships with advertisers. We have the biggest global reach, the most eyeballs. Netflix is huge, but YouTube has more people globally.
Right.
So they're like, let's get advertisers to sponsor original shows. Put it in front of the paywall, which is
Right.
awesome because I want more people to
That's
see
awesome.
it.
Absolutely, it's awesome.
That YouTube Premium, YouTube Red, allowed me to make a show that I'm really proud of, but I would rather more people see it.
Yeah.
It couldn't exist without the paywall. Maybe
But
someday
if you get some big ass
change.
brands.
But then when you got a brand, now it's like, what kind of control do they have?
Yeah.
Because YouTube was pretty good.
Except for the hot sauce.
That we crossed that hurdle. It was fine. But I want content that's made for the viewer.
Right.
Not made at the behest of the billionaire corporation.
I hear you.
What can I say? I am the most perfect person.
You are a man of the people.
I won't lie.
This is me when I'm a perfect human being. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Next week, do we have a guest next week, or are we going balls out?
We're going balls out next week.
We may have Fousey too, but I don't know if that's happening or not.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That might happen. To be determined. Nobody's watching anymore.
Yeah. How long do people watch until they're like, all right?
We're at that point. I
Have
don't
you
know
ever
when it is, but
tried
we're
that?
there.
I mean, the live viewers number has not changed that much since the beginning.
Yeah, we're holding steady.
What are we at?
Like 15 people.
11,000?
15?
You should find a way to like really see if anyone can go the marathon with you. Like,
well, we went for
you-
8
We did
hours.
We went 8
Yeah,
hours
the chair.
last month.
Yeah.
But
8 fucking hours.
that's awesome. I'd love to just have that on.
brutal.
I didn't watch. I don't support you.
Yeah, of course, sure. Yeah, I don't blame you for that.
Just kidding. Or am I? You don't know. You won't know.
Well, I don't know if you watched all 8 hours. I mean, that'd be insane. I wouldn't be surprised if you flipped it on for a moment, but
Just to check in.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, let's end this.
Let's end this.
Before we get to 8 hours.
All right.
So, see you next week. Thanks all for joining. God bless.
Get some corn.
And get some corn. This raw corn is really something. So
Yeah.
Check it
cheers.
out.
Really sweet.
That's a good bite.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Dan, I'm waiting for you.
All right. Goodbye.
Corn out.